if your chainsaw doesn't start. I'm going to show you how to fix your Homelite Chainsaw right in this video. Alright, to start fixing it, this is what you want to do. There's 3 screws holding this top cover down. One right here, one right here, and another one right here. And it requires a flathead or a Phillips. I like to use a flathead just because it's much easier. So we're going to take that off. Okay, now that we have the cover off, the first thing you're going to want to do is remove this spark plug boot off the spark plug so it won't start the engine while you're working on it. Now you're going to remove the air filter to get to the carburetor, because the carburetor is one of the reasons why this chainsaw won't start. So it requires a flathead and just 2 screws. I'm just going to remove this, and right under this is going to be the carburetor. So we'll take that off right now. So after you remove the air filter, now you're going to take this bracket off. It requires, I think, a 10mm socket. So we're going to take that off. It's only 2 nuts right here, so let's start taking it off right now. Alright, so I took the black bracket off. Remember, when taking off your parts, you want to keep them in order with the screws that the parts belong to, so you remember what came after what. So here's the carburetor. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. This is what you're going to have to clean to fix your chainsaw. This is what's going to make your chainsaw start again. Fucking lizards over there. But the tricky part is getting this off and putting it back on. I'm going to show you why. Because this linkage right here, this is the reason why. So what you're going to want to do is remove all the hoses. You got to remember how everything was. This black hose was under this golden rod right here. And you don't have to remember about this. Just pull it off. Don't be afraid, because when you pull this off, fuel is going to fill up in here. So just grab a napkin like this and just stick it in there, and the napkin will suck up all the fuel. Don't be afraid about fuel falling everywhere. It's just fucking liquid. I can't pull it off. Oh my god. Oh, and this black hose right here connects to the prime bulb. So sometimes this hose, you see it? I can't see anything from the camera. Oh. You see how this black hose is connected right behind this prime bulb? Probably just pull it out. Sometimes when I'm working on this, I always forget to connect this black hose back to the prime bulb. And I go to prime it, and I go to start it, and it doesn't start. So always remember to put this black hose back on behind the prime bulb. So I'm going to disconnect these 2 hoses right now and show you. God, it smells great. So I disconnected the hoses. Now you see this linkage? Oh, so I'm gonna pull the gun here. See that linkage right there? That is what we're going to have to take off in order to pull this carburetor off. Okay, so how do you do that? You just come back in here, put your finger in there. There's a little hook in here. I don't know how the hell I'm going to do this with the camera in my hand, but I'm going to try. I'm just jimmying it. I think it's out of its place. You see it? No, you can't see it. Oh, I got it out. There it is. There goes the link. I removed it from that yellow hole in there. So now you're gonna have to remove it from this spot. Or you can just pull it out. I think you just pull it out. Yeah, you just pull it out just like that. Ready? I'm gonna pull it out. Oh my goodness. You difficult son of a gun. Oh, this is, what? I forgot to take this off right here. This is a choke. To take the choke off, you're going to need a pliers, or you can just pull it out with your finger, this pin. Yeah, you see that? Important. And then you just jimmy this shit out. Oh my god, there you go. It just pulls right out of this hole right here. You put it back in easy. You see that? Easy, in and out, in and out, in and out. Easy like that. Remember to lift this linkage up. Pull this carburetor, so just slide right out like butter. Like butter, butter. I'm still having difficulties. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. There we go. See, you pulled it out. When you pull it out, you're gonna, so you gotta remember how it came off, okay? This, remember, the golden rod is facing you. There's no golden rod on this side. So the golden rod is facing you. This is where you put the choke in, right in this hole. So now, oh shit, how do you put it back? Like this. This is how you put it back. This little silver plate. Okay. Then you can remove this linkage from the carburetor. It's just like that. Remember, keep the parts near you. And blah, blah, blah. So, see that? There's the important area that you need to remember. Sometimes this black hose right here comes off. So, always remember to check this when you're connecting everything back together. Okay? And your gasket might fall down in there, so always remember to put that aside. So, we got the carburetor off. Now let's check it out, see how dirty it is. Alright, so once you've taken off the carburetor, just find this side. Unloosen this screw right here and then spray underneath here. Then bolt everything back. Remember, there's going to be gaskets under here. It's really easy to put back on. Then you want to come to the bottom, unscrew these 4 screws right here. Take this plate off, put on the sides. Then you want to take this black gasket off. It's really tight on there, so take it off carefully so you don't rip it. What I like to do is use a flathead and get underneath, or my fingernail, and get underneath there. But I took this off and it wasn't dirty. The part that really gets dirty is under here, because this is where the fuel runs. I think this is where the fuel runs, and the fuel also runs in here too. But this is really tightly sealed. It's this side that you mainly have to worry about, because the hoses running are through here. Look at this. I took the top half of the carburetor off. Oh my god. I took this off, right? Just one bolt. And you can see in here, you see how it's dirty? It's really dirty. There's some dirt just right there on the surface. Look, I just wiped it. There's dirt in here in this chamber. There's also a lot of dirt right in here. You see that? And right under that crap is a little screen. That screen is supposed to be clear. Fuel. That screen is there for a filter to collect all the debris. Look how much debris is in there. Look at that. That's a lot of crap in there. This is probably the reason why the carburetor is not starting. Look at this. That's why it's so important to clean your carburetor, especially on a chainsaw. That's why the carburetor is enclosed, because chainsaws emit so much debris, so nothing is exposed. But even so, you see that? All this dirt in here? It's still good. The dirt still gets in here. And that's what clogs up the carburetor. That's why this is so filthy. Look at that. Look at the dirt in the carburetor. Jesus. It's time to clean it. Alright, so I just cleaned it. Clean screen. Now I'm going to bolt everything back together. So now we're going to put this back on. See? Slide it in onto the screws, the 2 screws. Just slide that on. It's always difficult doing all this shit. Remember to put this black hose above. I think that's how it was. Let's see. It's getting weird. Let's see this real quick. No, I think it was under. Yeah, that makes more sense. So I'm just going to disconnect the top hose because fuel is just leaking everywhere. I'll slide that on like so. Now we're going to put the linkage on. This goes in the back, right in there. So we're going to come back here and hope my finger's in the view. I gotta use my left hand. Technical difficulties. Put it in here. I don't think I'll be able to do it. No, I'm not. Yes, I will. Come on. Damn, it fell in the ocean. Can't get it. 1 second. Okay, so I took the carburetor back off because I'm going to attach the linkage on with the carburetor being free in my hand. It's even so hard to do it like this. Come on. Oh my God. You need patience. There we go. It's in there now. See, that's how it's supposed to be. Now, come in here and God, there you go. Put that on just like that. See, butter. Then you put the hose on immediately, just like that. Now what I'm looking for here is problems I'm going to have area. I don't know if I want to put this linkage over this black hose or under this black hose. I think we're going to go under it. So I'm going to go like that. Do a little crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. Let me put this over here. I don't know how the fuck I did this. Excuse my profanity. God. So, the overall point of this process right now is trying to get this linkage in here, just like that. So this is what you're going to do. So you're going to take it right here and go under. You're going to sway down, under. Hold on. I'm just going to move this. You see, it won't go. I can't just put it down in here. So I have to pull it to the left, go down, go around, and up, and push it, push. You can squeeze the trigger, make it easier, and use your thumb or your finger, your pointer finger, and push it in here just like that. Oh, freak. This is the hard part. And I'm trying to do this with one finger. So you can imagine, I'm just gonna do it right now. So I got the linkage on. So now we're gonna attach this black hose. You see the prime bulb is all out of whack? Put it in its socket. Take the hose with your fingers tips and push it on there. There you go, just like that. Now what we're going to do is connect the choke back on. So you find the little choke right here. This is where you're going to put this choke on. You take it and you put it in there just like that. And you can pull it back just like that. And you're going to find your clip and clip it back on. Let's see if I could do this with my fingers. I don't know if I want to do it that way. It really doesn't matter. So just clip it, push it in a tiny little hole socket. Everything's always just holes and pushing. So you push it like this. Make sure you don't puncture the hose that's right next to it. So hold it and just push right in there. Don't be afraid. Just push. Now, you got a functioning carburetor. Always remember to see if this hose is connected back on the prime bulb. Then you put this gasket on. The one with the hole is on the left side. Why? Because this golden little thing is an indicator that it goes like that. See that? The hole matches that golden hole. You put this and just slide it on, just like so. Boom. Then you just follow the process backwards. Put everything back. Bada boom, bada bing. And you can connect this again. And start your carburetor. I'm going to finish putting this back on and I'll show you how it works. So I got everything back together. Always remember, you see that? Stop. Can you read? Stop. On. On. Prime. 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 Pull. Pull. And it's going to start. Watch and learn and listen. That is how you start the Homelite Chainsaw.